Steve, we're gonna go with it.
All right.
Y'all,
We're at good enough.
We're gonna start all the way over, Steve. And someone had asked earlier in the other group, time we tried this, if I could post the link to the course. So I am going to post that real quick. This is my affiliate link, and my usual disclaimer is that I've not taken this course, but Steve has given me an affiliate link, and so it helps keep this group going. So Steve, go back and tell us about yourself.
Okay. Born and raised in Illinois. Yeah, I'm just a country boy from Illinois originally. I live in Southern California now. But I graduated. I did a lot of things before graduating college, but I graduated college in 2000, and I took the CPA exam and passed it that same year. So I've been doing bookkeeping and taxes for 20 years now. And after graduating, in 2000, I started as a typical accounting major would, which is get a staff accountant job somewhere. So I did that for 3 years and realized on day one, really, that wasn't what I wanted to do with my life. Actually had a near panic attack on the first day. I was in a cubicle in a building without any windows and being shown the ropes. And just remember being very bug-eyed, trying to soak in as much as possible in a cubicle and looking around and saying, this is what my life has become. And so it was, like I said, it was basically a near panic attack on day one. But I did stick it out for 3 years and paid my dues, learned a lot, learned what, gained a lot of education, also learned what I didn't want to do with my life. And so after 3 years, I decided to quit, and I grabbed a buddy of mine that didn't have a whole lot going on, and we moved to California, moved to San Diego. And we didn't know anybody in San Diego. We didn't have any jobs lined up. We just had a car and a bunch of stuff jammed in it. And so we came out to California. And then I started just looking for any type of accounting work, bookkeeping work when I got here. And it started with just one client. And I just kept building on it from there. I've been working for myself since 2003. So I've been doing bookkeeping and taxes for 20 years and been on my own, doing my own thing for the last, 16, 17 now. So it's been a great experience. And it kind of dawned on me last year, early part of last year, I think it was, that I could start sharing my knowledge with other people online and helping them to get bookkeeping businesses up and running in a much more efficient way than I did it. Because the formula to do it is actually really simple. And it's literally just really good branding plus really good advertising. Some client information that you need to know about how to talk to clients, the information you need to get from clients, how to troubleshoot a client's situation to determine what you need from the client. So there's just a handful of pieces to that puzzle. And I thought, well, I could just teach this to people. And if they don't know QuickBooks, they can learn QuickBooks as well, get their own bookkeeping business up and running. And so I started to get that formula together and how I would present it to people. And then it's been a beautiful thing. I've helped a lot of people get their businesses up and running. And we have a great team now. So it's not just me anymore. I have a really good professional logo creator, a team that does professional websites. I have Cheryl who does moderates the private Facebook group. And that's another thing that we have is it's like a community, just like yours. It's a little different though. It's all the members that are Bookkeeping Life members. They have access to a private Facebook group so they can actually talk about their clients. They can be specific about entries and QuickBooks questions, and they're going on a call the next day to a potential client, what to ask and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's a cool thing. But to summarize, we have a set of programs. There's actually 6 programs, and some include QuickBooks training if you don't have QuickBooks training. But and then they also have the options of adding in a professional logo, adding in a website, and just everything you need to know about branding and advertising and how to talk to clients. Because that's what I preach all the time. Really good branding plus really good advertising equals clients. And if you don't do really good branding, but you do really good you can't do really good advertising without really good branding. So all the pieces have to be done really well. And that's why I have a professional team to help with those pieces, those design pieces. So that so that in the end you have a website and a logo that you're very proud of. And if you need to learn QuickBooks, you can learn QuickBooks. So it's a one-stop shop kind of program. And another thing is I don't give you too much information, because I know that, and I'm not here to knock on any other programs out there, but I do know that some programs give people so much information they really don't know where to start. They don't know which road to go down, and mine is just really straightforward. It's just do this, do that, because the first goal is to get your first client. So the quicker you can get your first client, the quicker you're actually learning real world experience, and you learn so much from that first client. Then you feel ready to get that second client. You can turn the dial back on and get that second client, and then the third client. So that's basically how my program works.
What would you say makes your course unique in the marketplace?
Well, I think just that streamlined approach, where I'm not it gives you everything you need with the logo, the website, how to advertise, but there's a couple things. So it's that streamlined process. Another thing is you get me. I'm always around. I'm always online. I'm always answering my emails. If you send an email to steve@bookkeepinglife.com, it's going to be me that's answering it. I'm on the Facebook group, so I'm available and online, and I even jump on calls. I'm happy to do that. Talk to people on the phone about their particular situation, because a lot of the one of the biggest problems that clients have is, or that people that are starting their own business have is this client interaction. It's nerve-wracking to them. They've never done it before. They feel like they're an imposter, and I help them through that process, because once you get your first client, you learn so much from it. You learn that you're just talking to people, that you can do it. So, but to answer that question, it's my program is really streamlined. It's about getting from nothing, no business up and running, to having your business up and running, getting your first client real quickly. And then also they get me. I'm always available. And then also now this great team that I'm building, and also the private Facebook group. That community is rather priceless, because it's not only excuse me, it's software tech support, it's more motivation, it's everything that a community should be. So anything QuickBooks related, anything client related. Hey, I'm just having a bad day. Can somebody say something nice to me? Kind of thing. So all of those things wrapped up kind of make us unique.
Would you say your course teaches accounting?
Accounting. So the term accounting is a really general term. It includes, like, I have a degree in accounting from college, and I took tons of different subjects to get that degree, and they were all accounting courses. So when you say accounting, do you mean bookkeeping, or?
I guess I mean, like debits and credits and assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity, and the things that I'm of the opinion that you need to have a basic knowledge of accounting to be a successful bookkeeper.
And I agree with that. So, and one person of the team that I forgot to mention is Mark. He's our QuickBooks instructor. So his QuickBooks course is the one that I use for my group, and he has a lot of different courses that we offer. The main one that's part of the programs is QuickBooks Online Self-Study. It's a 7-hour QuickBooks Online course that gives basically people everything they need to know to get up and running and start doing that first client and feeling comfortable doing the books for that first client. So, by knowing QuickBooks, you do learn some bookkeeping. You learn quite a bit of bookkeeping actually. There are aspects of bookkeeping that you won't just normally see by doing QuickBooks. Like if a client sells an asset or something like that, you have to make a journal entry for the asset depreciation, accumulated depreciation, that kind of thing. So those types of things are kind of outliers. But you can be a kind of a level 1 bookkeeper by knowing QuickBooks really well. That other stuff, those outlier types of situations where you have to make a journal entry for a particular situation, those are more advanced QuickBooks classes, and those are not, or bookkeeping class. I think you can learn everything through learning QuickBooks. It's just like the basic QuickBooks, no. Advanced QuickBooks and more specific type of QuickBooks courses, yes, you can learn, because QuickBooks is bookkeeping, and now bookkeeping is basically QuickBooks. Some people will agree with me on that, but
does your group support if someone wants to bring on a client and that client is in a different software, do you have your students transition them to QBO, or do they can they work in the other software?
It's up to them. I don't tell them what to do. I mean, we focus on QuickBooks just because it's the most widely used software.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't say you should do that. It's really what they want to tackle, But
Fair enough.
What we do in our program, though, is gear everything towards QuickBooks just because it's most widely used.
Sounds good. What sort of student is most successful in your course?
One that has determination. That's really okay. You have to have some level of attention to detail, some smarts, but you don't have to be a college graduate. You don't have to have certain classes under your belt. You don't have to have certain certifications or anything like that. You really need determination to learn it. I think, they've made QuickBooks so user-friendly anymore, and we can argue amongst ourselves where they lack.
Yeah.
But generally, most people with a bit of common sense and a lot of determination can make it. The ones that I see that really take it on, jump full in, 2 feet, wear the bookkeeping hat, though they make it. Those that don't do that, don't make it.
Would you say most of your students have some sort of previous background in the industry, whether at least a few college classes or completely zero? Are they blank slates?
All over the place. I have CPAs that contact me, and they've been doing the corporate gig for a long time, and they don't want to do it anymore. They want to be home with their kids, all the way to people that have zero background experience at all. The QuickBooks online course that we offer with the program is really top notch. I mean, it teaches everything that they would need to get a QuickBooks account, get it going, add a client, do all the things that you normally do with bookkeeping for a client. So somebody with zero accounting or bookkeeping experience can definitely take it on.
Can you share one of your favorite student success stories?
Yeah, probably Cheryl. There's a lot of them, but Cheryl stands out because she's always pushing it. She's always pushing it to the next plate. You have to work on it every day. Anything that you take on, nothing is handed to you. You have to work for stuff. And Cheryl's been a really good example of that. She's always at it every day. I think she went to, well, I know she went to Disney not too long ago, and I think she was working on stuff every day while she was there. I don't recommend or say that you have to work while you're on vacation, but she's a really good example of somebody that she hit the ground running. She took the information, she took the advice, and my advice isn't maybe the best for everybody, but I do know it works. So that people that actually take my recommendations and others from the group, they, instead of trying all this trial and error on your own, you can waste a lot of time, years even, getting to a successful mark. So what she did really well is, and continues to do well, is she reaches out to people when she needs help. She listens. She doesn't let her ego or her desire to do things herself or figure out things herself. If she has a question, she asks, and she gets the answer, and she keeps moving on. So she's an excellent example.
Awesome. Can you tell us how much your course costs?
So they range, there's 6 of them. They range from about 400 up to 900. So it depends on what you're getting. So if you're getting if you're getting the one with the QuickBooks online course, it's more. If you're getting them with a logo, it's more. If you're getting them with a logo and website, it's more. So so they do range. They range from 400 to what did I say? It's about 400 to 900, I think. So if you want the full package of QuickBooks course, my videos, the logo, a professional website, all of that, then you're at the high end of it. If you're wanting just the bare bones videos, which is my 25 video course, without a logo, without a website, it's at the 400 range. So the link that you are going to provide is will take them to a page where they can see a breakdown and comparison of the packages.
I'll paste that link again right now. Does the group come with the course?
Yes.
The Facebook group?
Yeah, so there is the first month it comes any package that they buy, it comes with the group for the first month. There's no additional, okay. It's included. After that, it's $19 a month. So I wanted to price that so low that it's a no-brainer for people to be in it. But it's tech, like I said, it's all kinds of support: tech support, QuickBooks support, moral support. Client.
It's a big part.
Yeah, and if they're about to get on a call with somebody the next day for a client for the first time in their life, they need somebody to talk to and say, hey, you can do it. And if they can give us the rundown of that client's situation, and we can give them some good questions to ask and that kind of thing. So for $19 a month after the first month free, I think it's a really good deal.
If anyone else who's on the call has any questions, y'all can chime in now. I wanted to just follow up with how can people find out more information about you or your course. I obviously have my affiliate link, but I think you have some other online presences. So you want to tell about those?
Oh yeah, you can learn a lot about me on my YouTube channel. So I put out videos every week on YouTube. And so if you go to YouTube and just type in, I can send you that link. I'll give you that link. On YouTube, it's Bookkeeping Life. So if you just go to YouTube and type in Bookkeeping Life.
Cheryl, I know you're on this call. If you don't mind, go to YouTube real quick and throw that link up as well, but we'll put it up in the transcript of this interview as well.
Yeah, I can do it too while we're chatting here.
Okay. Maybe.
It's actually youtube.com/c/bookkeeping life now. I'll post it on the page too. But that will give you. I just posted it in the thread there. But that'll give you, a ton of me. A ton of. If you have any questions about who I am, you check out the channel, because I'm on there every week, and I post up some topic. How to deal with clients. This and that. Like last week, I played a song on my guitar. So it's a variety. It's a variety of things.
So
they are related.
I want to just chime in, and I think that's important, y'all, because there are, this is just my advice personally, not trying to promote any single course. I think there are lots of different personalities in this education space, and not everyone's a great fit for everybody. And so, the material truly, really is, like QuickBooks is QuickBooks, and you're going to learn from Steve, but you're probably also going to look at other YouTube videos that even aren't Steve. Like, you're going to have to keep learning anyway, so you need to find that person that I think your personality really jives with. That's just some of my advice. So go watch some YouTube videos for sure before you buy, because otherwise you're going to be looking at his face all the time, and maybe you don't want to look at his face. Pick someone else.
I look a little prettier. Like I said, I'm sick right now, so.
Oh, you definitely look plenty pretty. No, but I just think because there's this free content, like, with the course that I took, there's 3 free videos that you can get by just giving them your email. And I think it would be a complete foolish to pay for the bookkeeper business launch that I took without having watched those 3 free videos. Because maybe the guy is completely annoying to me, or I don't understand his teaching style.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that. And the YouTube channel will definitely give you a lot of me, so it'll give you an idea if somebody. And like I said, I'm always happy to jump on email and a phone call. So any questions about the program, you can call me or shoot me an email saying, hey, I'm going to call. I get so many spam calls like everybody else does. So I usually don't answer the phone unless I know somebody's calling.
Right.
So
me neither.
It's incredible.
Don't call me unless you tell me.
Yeah. So just give me a talk, and I'm happy to talk to you about it.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to leave us with? I think you've kind of given some of the highlights. I think it'll help people make a decision. Anything else? This is your chance to sell to the community.
Well, I do appreciate your time. I think you're a wonderful person, and your group, what you're doing for your group, I think is great. I think helping anybody in any way of getting them out of their car at this right now, just down the street, there's a line of cars of people wearing clothes that they don't want to wear. I'm wearing what I want to wear. Looking better than they want to look. And going to a job, sitting in the car to get there for however long. To get out of that rat race and to help people get out of that rat race. And I have a son who's 8, and especially people with children, people that hate their job, to help anybody get more freedom in their life, more time with their family, and just to be happier overall as a person I think we're all doing a wonderful thing for society to do that. So if anybody's on the fence about trying something, the good thing about these types of programs is you don't have to cut one thing off and start another. The risk is very, very small. You can start this stuff, try it, and if it works for you, then you can start to weed out the job that you hate and build up this thing that you like. So it's not an all or nothing type of situation. Get in, try it out, get that first client, get the second client, start building up your business, and then maybe someday you can get rid of that part of your life that makes you miserable. So that's kind of what I'd leave you with. Whether it be bookkeeping or anything else in life, it doesn't have to be this bookkeeping thing, but if you're living a 9-to-5 job or away from your kids or doing something that you don't like, find a passion in something that gives you more freedom. And that's what I'd like to leave you with.
That's awesome. Great advice. Hey, Steve, thanks so much. Sorry for the technical difficulties earlier. We'll get this written up, and hopefully the beginning part kind of edited out to where it's you telling us about your course, and that's the important thing. And I hope people are able to take action That's the goal of my group. You know, I've kind of stumbled into running this group, but I want the same thing you do, which is making people move one step forward to what they want to do with their life. So thanks so much, man.
Thank you. Good to see you.
All righty. Bye.
Great one.